This afternoon, a major announcement from the Pentagon amid growing intensity from Russian aggression towards Ukraine. The U.S. now placing 8,500 troops on high alert so they can be used to form part of NATO's response force if that unit is activated. Russia now amassing tens of thousands of troops along its border with Ukraine. Some fear a Russian invasion could happen at any moment, something Russia denies. But the British government has accused the Kremlin of plotting to insert a pro-Russian politician as the leader of Ukraine. And now the U.S. Embassy in Ukraine is ordering staff's families to evacuate and authorizing non-emergency personnel to depart. And also today, ABC News obtaining this Department of Homeland Security bulletin sent to law enforcement agencies around the country, warning, we assess that Russia would consider initiating a cyber attack against the homeland if it perceived a U.S. or NATO response to a possible Russian invasion of Ukraine.
Several people have reportedly been injured in a shooting in the German city of Heidelberg. According to police, an assailant shot at people in a lecture hall at the Heidelberg University. Police say the attacker is now dead.
Well, what we've learned is that the only confirmed death so far is the perpetrator himself. Local media is reporting that he was a student, at this university, and there's no religious or political motivations found by investigators so far. Local media also reported, we don't really know how many people were injured thus far, but local media has reported about 4 people have been confirmed to be among the injured.
Frustrated President Biden caught responding to a question on inflation by uttering a vulgarity directed toward a Fox News reporter. That reporter, Peter Doocy, asking the president, though, about inflation and was it a political liability ahead of this year's midterm elections. Here's how President Biden sarcastically responded.
That's a great asset. More inflation. What a stupid son.
Again, that was to the reporter, Peter Doocy. Again, the president was hosting a meeting of the White House Competition Council to address inflation. The administration has not commented on the remark.
Tunisians waited apprehensively for trams at the Bab al station in the center of Tunis. On Sunday, the station was the stage of a knife attack. A man with apparent mental health issues stabbed and wounded 3 passengers. Police sent to Bab al tram station near central Tunis had found passengers in panic, shoving each other to get out. Officers eventually overpowered and arrested the unidentified suspect. A ministry official said the man had been living in Italy before moving to Tunisia in 2020 and suffers from psychological problems, according to his family.
The Portuguese Navy hasn't yet found the body of a 75-year-old Frenchman who set out just over 3 weeks ago in an attempt to become the oldest person to row across the Atlantic. Jean-Jacques Savin's canoe-shaped vessel, Audacieux, was found by the Portuguese Coast Guard off the Azores 2 days after he sent out distress beacons on Thursday night. On Sunday, the Portuguese Navy confirmed his body wasn't on the boat. Savin had set off from Portugal on New Year's Day, saying that his adventure was his way of laughing at old age. He'd previously made the crossing in a large barrel in 2019.
A stowaway was found alive in the front wheel of a Cargolux freight plane that arrived at Amsterdam Schiphol Airport from South Africa on Sunday. Royal Dutch Military Police confirmed that the man was taken to hospital in a stable condition. Spokeswoman of the Royal Dutch Military Police, Joanna Helmens, told the AFP news agency that the man was found alive in the nose wheel section of the plane. She further added that it was quite remarkable and unusual that the man was still alive, as other stowaways mostly fall during takeoff or landing, while others face hypothermia or hypoxia at the extremely low temperatures and low atmospheric pressures of high altitudes. The man had lashed himself for 11 hours on Cargolux flight plane 747, arriving at Schiphol on Sunday, that had travelled from Johannesburg and made a stop in Nairobi, Kenya.
Now we turn to the South China Sea. A US F-35C fighter jet has crashed on the deck of the USS Carl Vincent aircraft carrier, injuring a pilot and 6 others on the deck. The US Navy says the pilot was recovered by a military helicopter after ejecting from the jet. Reports say the pilot is in stable condition. China has previously criticized the US of making provocations in the South China Sea in the name of freedom of navigation. It says the US is a direct source of heightened tensions there by undermining efforts made by regional countries to maintain peace and stability in the South China Sea.
At least 8 people are reported to have been killed and dozens hurt in a stampede outside an African Cup of Nations match in Cameroon. Video footage on Monday showed football fans struggling to get access to the Paul Biya Stadium in the capital Yaoundé to watch Cameroon face Comoros. 1 child is among the dead, according to a health ministry report. We arrived and we entered, and there was a barrier and there was a policeman. He said, "Wait, you will enter after, as soon as halftime starts." My brothers, the Cameroonians, did not understand this. There were people behind who said, "Push." I was among them. And when I saw that, I left to enter from the northwest.